How are you? Take a seat.
I'm
Make
so
yourself
well.
comfortable.
Please, how's things?
What's your vibe, Craig?
Cheese! You know what? Since I came to Paris, yeah, I just felt, firstly, I've come at a good time, Paris Saint-Germain, the whole thing that's just gone on.
Any PSG fans?
A big time for the city, So to come in at this time. But then when I walked in, just the sun was shining and the people were in good spirits. So I felt
vibes.
well.
Loving it.
I love the vibe. It was so good. But how are you, though?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be sat here with you. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
Everyone has been so excited to have you here tonight. We've got such an amazing evening planned. Let's hear it one more time for Craig David.
Thank you. Oh, my God. No.
You've been coming to Paris, since day one, right? Like, the French fans have been supporting since, Born to Do It days. So
Oh, yeah.
You're no stranger to Paris.
No, to be honest, it was like my second home for quite a long time. When I first released Born to Do It, I had the chance to come over to Paris, and I've heard about Paris, But when I felt the love, it's like I got one big hug, and I remember it was just such a wholesome time.
Yeah.
When people would be going out and buying vinyl and buying the CDs. So when you were signing, you actually signed something physical, And yeah, it was a good time. I got a lot of fond memories here, and hopefully many more,
Yeah. Any OG fans here? It's 25 years since Born to Do It.
OG fans.
Any OG fans?
You see?
Since day one. Love to
my
see
gosh.
it.
In the cellophane as well, That's what I'm
that.
saying. And that CD's been worn out because the blue color was the one that was used in Europe, and they had the brown cover in the UK only. So I can tell it's original business.
And you're wearing the same
that
T-shirt. You still got that same T-shirt you got on right
I've
now.
been wearing the same one since that day.
There it is.
Keep it. You know me. You got to keep it real, right? You said you're gonna come all the way 25 years later, which is the anniversary this year of the album. You got to come in the same T-shirt.
How do you keep it so wide after 25 years?
Do you know what? You got to get the right products here, and you got to just.
We need the secret.
I don't want to give away all the secrets right now.
I'm only kidding. Thank you so much for bringing that. How does it feel seeing someone sitting in Paris with the record?
Do you know what? It gives context to everything. It makes me feel not only proud but very, very grateful that album not only changed my life, but it changed so many other people's lives. And I feel like that's the biggest takeaway. Like, who would have known that young kid at the time, who was 18 years old, would be received with so much love over here in France, to then take this around the world, end up in America. It was, if only I could take his headphones off and say, Craig, wow, you're in for a treat, my man. Enjoy this, enjoy.
25 years later, wow. So there's a new album coming. We're going to chat all about it. First, I want to ask, have you picked up any French over your 25 years of coming to Paris?
Yeah, do you know what? Small pieces. But the most crazy thing is, one of my managers, Jack, I said to him, one sentence that I always had was, est-ce que je peux avoir un stylo? Yeah? Of course. I want to throw it to Jack because he'll come at some point. Where are you, Jack? Where are you in here?
Jack, where you at?
Aye, see, his response, his only French phrase that he had was I don't have a pen. I was like, that it's meant to be at that point, right? But the common sort of ça va bien, et toi, you know what I mean? Just a couple little things. Or, où est la bibliothèque? Sur de la table, à droite,
Very
gauche.
important phrase to know, very
basics.
important, yeah.
You need to know where a library is when you come, you know what I mean? Everyone needs to go know where a library is.
Shout out to Jack over there.
Yeah, what are you saying, Jack? Just to give a little context to Jack. So my manager, Colin Lester's been with me for the same 25 years. And I remember when Jack would come to shows, because Jack is Colin's son. And since then, he's now part of the whole management team, looks after me day to day. And it's just amazing to have the context of him having come to Paris, see shows as a young kid, when this guy with the headphones on and a Born to Do It cap and the whole thing, crazy.
I love that you're just on cue. Every time Craig mentions the album, you're on cue with it.
And now we have this beautiful relationship together. So that's why I was saying it made that phrase that we both said even more poignant. So big shout out to Jack inside the building. Boy!
So let's jump from France back to the UK.
Okay.
I came to see you at the O2 earlier this year in Feb.
Hey.
What a show.
Thank you.
What a show. I mean, it was packed. The vibes were high.
Thank you so much.
How was it? How did it feel to you to do that show after, all this time? Yeah.
Do you know what? I never take it for granted, firstly. And when you put a tour out, it's different than if you're going to maybe do a festival or you're of many acts on a show. When it's your own show and you create that show. And I felt like really honored that these 25 years later, that I'd be able to go out and look in the crowd and see my OG fans from day one who are there, like, you know what I mean? Born to Do It cover, go and throw it up, my guy.
There it is.
But then also seeing like young kids who kind of had just discovered me maybe in 2016 when I put the Following My Intuition album out. And it was just this beautiful juxtaposition of looking up in the balcony and seeing like people who've been there from day one. You know what I mean? They wanna let go, but they also want to be able to sit down. You know what I mean? The knees are just hitting different a little bit. They still got it, but they're just like, just calming down. But then the young ones are just at the front going crazy. So I think that was the biggest takeaway. And I was able to do a little segment where we did all of the Born to Do It songs, as you heard, and do the new ones, and it felt like they all lived in the same world. So I was just really grateful. It was a good time.
That must be such a view, standing on that stage and seeing everything you just described to us, witnessing all of that, like this whole story coming together, all your fans.
Yeah, it's like no one could ever sort of paint that picture. Like I had back in the day, I had the forum where like this is where my OG fans will really know, where a forum where people would set up dates to meet each other and then come over to shows, and everyone from the forum, most of the forum came over, made a trip from all around the world to come and see the show, and they gave me a beautiful book which we had everyone's pictures in there, stories and anecdotes, and I was so grateful, and it just landed what music means to people. It's not about an ownership thing that I have anymore. It's now in other people's hearts. Beautiful. And I'm just grateful for it.
Beautiful. Speaking of the O2, I feel like you've been spending quite a lot of time on that stage.
Yeah.
Because you were there with Usher as well.
Yeah, that was wild.
You met Usher in Paris for the first time, is that true?
Yeah.
Many years ago?
We met over at Skyrock. He was doing like a little performance there. I mean, literally, I'd grown up listening to, all the time I think of you, holding on to someone new, don't make me lose my mind. You know, them kind of tunes. Early Usher. Before You Make Me Wanna and the big tunes that we all love. And I walked into the station and he just literally finished doing one of the DJs there, it was DJ Abdul and the crew. And DJ Abdul said, yo, Greg, would you like to meet? You know what, furthermore, let me put some instrumentals on and you two can do a little freestyle.
Wow.
So I'm singing like nice and slow and You Make Me Wanna, and he's doing a bit of like Fill Me In. I'm just like, this is mad. I got my CD chain, he's got his Usher chain, we got our beanie caps on. It was like, we're living a dream here. So yeah, and then so to then go at the O2 all these years later, and we've known each other for a long time. Like we did the first cover I did in America for the Vibe magazine. So it was with him and Faith Evans. We had Blue Cantrell on there. It was a moment, you know what I mean? Like Faith Evans, I mean, geez. But then to go on stage and him to give me my flowers in the way he did. He said some really beautiful things. And then to think I'm singing 7 days and my man's just like my hype guy behind me vibing in a nice big fur jacket like the guy. Yeah, it was amazing. Really good.
I got to tell you, so Usher announced his tour beginning of last year, a long time ago, and a friend of mine and I were like, we got to see Usher. We're never going to get tickets to London, so we were like, YOLO, we're going to go see him in Amsterdam.
Jeez, YOLO, I love that.
And then we saw you performing with him in London. We were like, damn, We went all the way to Amsterdam and we missed Craig David at the O2 performing with Usher.
There were so many people who were like, why did you not give us the heads up that you were going to pass through? It was
You could have let us know, Craig.
I know. I wanted to just leak it a little bit, let a few people know. Do you know what I mean? Because it was so... But he's like, bro, you've got to keep this hush.
No.
I just want to say, yeah, like the UK garage scene out here, because if you clocked it, earlier on, he's got 2 sets. Yeah, he's got the one set over where he's got the podium and people are dancing. It's like a party. And he said something about UK garage. He says, I love when I come to London and the UK garage scene. And I'm thinking, come on, guys. You know Usher's not necessarily on the UK garage thing like that, but who is he going to bring out? And next thing was like, I was checking this girl next door when her parents went out. I just patted it differently.
No, but for real, I mean, what an incredible moment. All these years later, we're performing together in London, in your territory.
Absolutely. And just like I said, what Usher means to all of us, because those songs live in all of our hearts. Do you know what I mean? We can talk about the earlier stuff, but he's like an artist who has legacy, but also has current hits. And I think I can really appreciate and have so much respect and empathy for him, because that's not easy. You can have a moment, but to be in it and then next thing, Super Bowl and have a Vegas stint and then do like 7 nights at O2 Arena, what a guy.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so a new album.
Yeah.
8th of August, Commitment is going to be in our ears. Everyone's pre-ordered? Yeah.
There was never going to be any other answer, right? Even though you're like, yo, I really...
No one's going to be like...
Are we pre-ordered thing? Okay.
Nah. Some of the songs are out. How's the rollout been going so far? You must be in your element, releasing new music again. How's it been going?
Yeah, do you know what? It's that beautiful thing of being able to put music out that still feels relevant, but still has the essence of what the original music was all about. And the reason I called it Commitment was because I genuinely wanted to listen to what people have been saying for a long time. Like, because sometimes there's albums where I want to express myself. I've got something to say. Got something to say. I know the originals were like, oh, yeah, okay. But I feel that this one is I just listen to people trying to articulate what they want. And I think some people want the UK garage guy. Some people want the R&B guy. Some people want the more sort of songs like, I don't know, Unbelievable or Walking Away. So I just feel like I just leaned into it and I made an album that has all of those elements, but again, has the common theme of me threading it with this R&B tone. But yeah, I feel committed just to people to make sure I land it for you.
Definitely, and I think that's the way I see it as well, is the commitment to the fans, and I think everyone I've spoken to here this evening shares that sentiment. They're so excited for the garage and the R&B club classics, and you spitting the tunes and the MC vibes, and everyone's so excited for that, I think, for sure. As well as the commitment to garage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it's full circle as well. Like Wake Up is one of those songs that just feels like it's a nod to the UK, not even UK garage, but just the garage, the scene and what it means. And I feel like I'm just I'm in my R&B bag again, I'm in my garage bag, and I feel free. And when I made Born to Do It, I was free because I didn't know anything was about to happen. And I always use that as okay, so if you're going to do a garage song, then rewind is the level we have to go with. Otherwise, just don't do a garage tune. Yeah. Or if you're going to do an R&B tune, then 7 Days or these tunes are the level. So it just pushes me as a songwriter.
Yeah, for sure. When you are writing and recording these tracks, do you envision what it's going to be like performing live? Do you think about that while writing the tracks?
You have moments when you're, like, going back to, say, the Wake Up, or even with Commitment, to be honest, like, I was like, if people don't feel this, then I don't know, I've missed the trick. Maybe I don't get it anymore.
It's one of my favorites. Afro vibes with Tiwa Savage.
It's just got
love it.
It hits the right, and it's like, and I've been really blessed to. There's a beautiful version I've got that you might hear a little something tonight with a little. I don't want to say anything, but just yet, but
a little surprise. Just
a little something. But it's the wholesomeness of it. Like Commitment feels like it has. There's something deeper than just the melody and the lyric. Even that I'm saying it hits your soul in a certain way. Wake Up, I think if you were there the first time around, you'd appreciate that, are you sleeping? But if you're new to it, you're like, ooh, is that what the garage thing's about? So I'm just having fun with this thing.
It's so good to see you so excited about it. It's really good to see you in such a good space and really excited. And we're all excited as well, yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, super excited. I love the music video for Wake Up, by the way. How did that whole concept come together?
It was such a nice vibe. I was working with a director called Maro, and he also did the Commitment video, and SOS as well. and we've got a really nice rapport. And we wanted to just to touch on some of the essence of what it was all about. So it's a throwback of there's a younger version of me, a young guy called Ethan, who actually plays me in the In Your Hands video as well. And then his younger brother, Ezra, plays a younger version, and it's literally me in my bedroom making mixtapes. And then it goes to him, he's got his BFF girlfriend who's with him vibing. And then it goes to him asking his dad, Mum and Dad, can they get a record deck, which is my whole story. And then it goes through the corridor, I'm next door, and he's like, can I do a little DJing with you? And I said, come, man, come. And the guys who are with me, a crew called Heartless Crew, and they were in the original video for Fill Me In. So this is like a full throwback. I've got DJ Spoonie, who's part of the Dream Team.
Yeah.
So there's some real characters, like, who, if you know, you know. And he comes in the room, and the room's full of posters with Garage Nation and tape packs, and there's some just all the stuff that you know from the late 90s, 2000s. He plays the tune, and I felt like I was like the mentor now, the older, wiser one, saying, yeah, go play, man. But also I was actually him.
Yeah.
So it's just such a beautiful full circle.
And it just looks like you guys were having such a good time recording that. You could just tell, and you can just see it through, the screen, basically. You can see what a good time you were having doing that.
It was so much fun. And do you know what's funny is that actually the same week there's a lot of things that happened in quick succession. So we had Usher at the O2. Then just before I went back to see my mum in Southampton, we went to my original flat where I grew up, where I wrote Born to Do It. And that was a whole nostalgic moment. And I met the family who lived there, and we wanted to shine some light on social housing and what it meant to me, and it was so important. My mum was the one who said, Craig, you know what? I've got the pendant, your CD pendant. It's been in the drawer for a while. Do you want to take it to London with you? I was like, I don't really know if I need to be, maybe. And I said, okay, let me take the chain. Next thing, I get the Usher call. Boom. Chain is out. Bam. Back to top. Ready for 7 days. Next thing you know, Garage Nation starts happening the following week at O2 again. So now I'm doing garage tunes like Rewind and Film Me. And then we shot the video. So it was just like you couldn't make up the full circle moment.
Love that. Love that. What a moment. Yeah, amazing. I also really like the strong feminine touch on the album. All 3 collaborations, all females.
Yeah.
How did those all come about?
Do you know what? I've found that actually been recording in my songwriting sessions, like I've really found that there's such a beautiful synergy that I find when I write with female songwriters. T was always someone that I've always admired and wanted to have on a record. So when I presented that song to her, she actually said something funny when we were doing interviews. She was like, you know what? It didn't matter what you sent to me. If the song wasn't it, I still would have sung it anyway. I was like, that's the T. That's what. She was like, you're Craig David, man. I gotta sing the tune. I was like, wow. I didn't know I had that much.
Your T was savage.
I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, so when she actually cut the record, I was like, wow, she brought this magic to it. And then I feel like my whole thing is that to lean in, like we got some tunes on this album. Real talk.
Oh, we can't wait. You're getting us so excited, Craig, honestly.
I don't want to be that guy.
Teasing us.
Everyone gasses up their albums, yeah? I can't, when it's out, you could revert back to this and be like, was he really talking it or was he just talking up? But I just feel like I've landed the things you need, like songs that you didn't know you needed. I've got you.
Thanks for telling us, because we've got to wait 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
We got the whole of June, the whole of July.
Do you know what's so wild about releasing albums? I feel you. When I finish an album, I'm ready for everyone to hear it. Like, part of me wants to just leak the whole thing out one time. Can we just? Well, I don't actually, but because I know there's a process. But just the part of me's like, and then I know that you'll build it up. You've got a couple singles to hit first, and then you get to the album. But I'm so grateful that I'm one of the artists from an era where albums mean so much to people, that we're still making albums, because you can have playlists, but I feel like they can be never-ending playlists, and you can kind of create your own playlist from my songs, which is cool. But when you make a body of work and you actually put your cover art on it, and you're like, this is the album and this is the start to finish, you can change it up if you want, but this is how I made it. It just feels like it lands differently,
Is that how you want people to listen to it, start to finish? No skips?
I'd love to.
No shuffling?
Love that. Because the best thing is when you get people taking a song, they say, okay, I like that one, let me pull that one off. Yeah, let me take that one, I like that one, let me pull that one off. You like that one? All of a sudden, you've pulled like 10 tunes here. The album's only 13 tunes. You're like, you know what? I might pull the whole thing. That's what you want, you know what I mean? When you've got them. So I've always been trying to make that, because album fillers, as a DJ back in the day, I used to buy some albums and there was the big single and you were like, and you get the album and you're like, bro, like this, I paid $12.99 for this, yeah, and it's just bare fillers, yeah. So it just made me feel like I can't. I got to give the people, got to give my fans what they paid for.
13 straight hits.
I want to give them 30 in isolation, that you could run them out of singles. That's what I like.
Craig, we're not going to give anything away, but that's coming up in just a little bit. The new album Commitment out on August 8th.
Yes.
Everyone go and stream that on Deezer. Thank you so much for joining us. Honestly, it's such a pleasure chatting to you.
No.
It's definitely been a career highlight for me to sit here and have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to your performance, and we just want to say thank you for everything you do. Honestly, we know you're in this for the commitment and committed to the fans and committed to the music, and you honestly do change people's lives, and I know that's what you're doing it for.
Thank you.
And you honestly do. So let's hear it one more time for Craig David.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.